On your first point with regard to aerial firefighting capacities, this is something that we at the moment do not need in Ukraine. But of course we needed a lot of that over the last summer, which was one of the worst summers, if not the worst one when it comes to the number of forest fires that ravaged in much large part of Europe, even in some parts where usually they don't occur, like northern Germany or Czechia and so on. But this is a different story than Ukraine. In Ukraine we have different needs, but thank you anyway for your question, because it allows me to elaborate a bit more on the rescue reserve. You know, European Union civil protection rests on 3 levels. First level is national level, and that is the primary level, because according to the treaties, civil protection is responsibility and competence of member states. European Union plays a supportive role in this. But more than 2 decades ago, it was already apparent that even though member states may be prepared reasonably well, they can face natural or other disasters that can overwhelm their capacity to cope. For that reason, Union Civil Protection Mechanism was established more than 2 decades ago in order to mobilize support by other member states to the affected member state that needed that support. And this worked very well. Until, I think, 2017 or 2018, when there were those very bad forest fires in Portugal. And Portugal asked for assistance, and there was no spare capacity available, partly also due to the fact that these fires happened very late in the year, where most of the aerial firefighting capacity was already decommissioned and was in the maintenance stage and so on. That was what triggered the 3rd level, the so-called rescue, the strategic reserve that we keep at the European level, and which now includes about 12 aircraft that are available during the fire season as a strategic last resort reserve that we activate. But not only that, we went beyond. At the beginning of the pandemic, we expanded the rescue reserve so that today it includes medical equipment, medicines, ventilators, personal protective equipment, and the like. But we also decided that we will not wait for the next crisis, but we'll start to anticipate, foresee what crisis may happen, and accordingly expand the rescue strategic European reserve further. And we managed to do that. It now includes shelter, it now includes energy items, it now includes logistics and transportation capacity, and it also includes chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear countermeasures, including the potassium iodide tablets that I mentioned. And we set that up before the Russian invasion on Ukraine, before the nuclear threat materialized. So it's a good example of our successful anticipation. Second question is, as I said, Union Civil Protection Mechanism assistance is demand-driven. We have so far not received any request for assistance from Poland or from Ukraine related to that unfortunate incident on the border.
Good morning, Mr.